I'm at Aquarena Springs in San Marcos, Texas. We have TJ and Shane here, wigs on, goggles on, ready to dive into the only submarine theater in the world. We're going to see it. It's a 5-man and woman show. We have beautiful Robin here who's putting on her mermaid costume. It's a show with 5 people, a mermaid, and starring a pig. A baby pig is the star of the show. Kind of like on Breakfast Time. When we come back, we're going to be in the submarine, going down underwater to see the show. That's when we come back in just a couple moments.
So, Jill, when do you fly back to New York?
You can just jump on your broom and
You know what? Let's all go and leave them two alone.
She's talking about you. I hope the pig reference passes. I'm really hungry. We've got Faith Hill joining us next hour. Also, Will and Devane. Jim, what else is coming up?
A Texas theme park with a diving pig. And we have Gabrielle Carteris talking about her new show, a talk show, on Breakfast Time. Saturday.
I love listening. Nice up.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Back here.
We're going to join Jillian Hamilton, who's in San Marcos, Texas this morning at the Aquarena Springs, where they have Ralph the swimming pig, and he actually dives as well, doesn't he? Doesn't just swim. Oh, no.
Oh, yes, he does swim. This is the only show in the world, the only world's submarine theater. You can see some of the stars here getting their morning feed. These are the stars of the show, Tom and Lori, and they're all named Ralph.
This is the synchronized swine.
The pigs start in the show at a very young age, from a week old up until about 8 months, and then when they get a little bit older, they're given to a local farmer who gives them into homes so they can have a happy and safe retirement. This is Kim, she's director of the show. First of all, Kim, tell us a little bit about what the show is about and who some of the players are.
We have 11 players, 6 mermaids and 5 Indians, and the show is basically, it's on different themes. The mermaids do a picnic, the Indians participate with the audience, and then we have an underwater ballet.
Okay, there's Brad and the pig. They're going to go on and check this out. And here goes the pig. The pig is going to jump in the water. Here he goes. Watch this. Just hold that bottle out and he's coming.
It's a trick. They're making pork soup.
How in the world did you get the pig to do that?
It takes a lot of patience. We work with them from when they're very young, and we start with them over at the training ranch, and actually we've had quite a few pigs that really, really enjoy swimming.
Okay, now your show you said is about mermaids and Indians. There are a lot of people that could be offended by the term Indians. Have you had any experience with people, reproaching the group for being politically incorrect?
Not really. We had a powwow weekend where a bunch of Indians actually came and saw the show this summer, and they came and they really thought that it was charming. They didn't really have a problem with it.
Okay, we're down in the submarine where the show actually takes place. Kim and I are going to take a seat here in the front row, and you can see that one of the first things that are going on is there's a beautiful mermaid sitting on a lily pad drinking from a bottle. How in the world does she do that in the water?
Basically, we have to keep the bottle upside down at all times because of the water and the pressure, and all she does is she's blowing into the bottle and letting the liquid fall into her mouth.
Check this out, Tom and Lori. These silver rings, you see them coming up from the bottom of the pool. They look like they're actual solid silver rings, but they're actually air bubbles that some of the guys are blowing.
Correct. All they do is just like blowing smoke rings, except for that they have to be lying flat down.
Okay, then over there, all the way to the right, there's a woman doing what appears to be some sort of ballet. Who choreographs all of the acts?
Actually, it was choreographed quite a long time ago. It's changed a little bit throughout the years, depending on who their trainer is. But
it was choreographed a while ago. Now, I see that she's doing some movements. I took ballet, and I remember there was a lot of plie and going up on your toes and stuff. Is that really the challenge that Stacy is facing in the water?
Not really. The biggest problem is air control, because if you see, we don't have any weights on or anything like that. She's got to control where she is in the water, her buoyancy, just by her lung control.
Right, if she goes too down or too far up, she won't be able to be seen by part of the audience. Makeup is an issue because they're underwater and all the girls look absolutely stunning, and the guys even come up close to the window. We see them very close up. How do they get their makeup to stay on?
Most of it's waterproof makeup. And besides that, the water kind of solidifies the makeup on your face.
And what about music? There's music underwater and piped into the submarine. How do the guys hear the music?
We have underwater speakers, all attached to the sub and back to the backdrop also.
Okay, and where's our little pig? We haven't get to see him underwater. Does he stay underwater for a long period of time?
No, he doesn't. The water will go in his snout and he'll end up drowning if he goes under for a long period of time. So he just jumps in and swims on the surface.
Okay, thank you so much, Kim. It's the Aquarena Spring Show. Everyone's in it, the guys, the girls, and starring, most of all, the pig.
Jill, thank you. What are we going to see next hour?
In the next hour, we're going to be visiting with some of the other members of the group and seeing a show that they also do underwater.
Looking forward to it.
It's a luau.
Yeah.
Mermaid was eating pizza. After the other goes along, pizza.
Now, is that right?
Ay, ay, ay.
They'd be pressurizing those people properly. That's interesting. And the pig was,
Yeah.
The darn fine
Yeah,
swim. You know, they have a
swimming
school
pig.
for that.
for
Pig
swimming
swimming?
pigs?
For swimming mermaids and Indians.
Oh, no kidding.
And learning how to drink Coca-Cola underwater. Next.
Oh,
on
next.
FX.
Next. Do a little more mime while Lori.
No, I think that you'll do it
Yeah.
live. We have a big show still to come. We're going to have talk